Every World Cup starts the same way. Hope. 48 nations, billions of fans, and only one team that gets to lift the trophy. Before a single ball is kicked, I am going to predict the entire tournament, from the group stage to the final. I have got a dark horse making the quarterfinals, a Messi versus Ronaldo World Cup showdown, and that is not even the craziest part. So, is football finally coming home? By the end of this video, we will have our 2026 World Cup champion. Let's start. Group A feels like one of those groups where nobody is completely comfortable. Mexico are hosting the tournament. They will have a massive support behind them, and historically they have almost made a habit of reaching the knockout stages. So Mexico should top the group. For the second place, I'm going with South Korea. They have built a reputation for being World Cup overachievers, from that incredible 2002 run to knocking out Germany in 2018. Korea always seemed to have one surprise left in the tank. Czechia won't make it easy, but I think Korea just edged them out. And South Africa, I love South African players. Mbokazi, Mokoena. I almost always sign them when I'm playing Football Manager 26. But maybe not this time. They will have moments, but I don't think they will have enough quality across the squad. So I have got Mexico first, Korea second, Czechia third, and South Africa finishing fourth. For Group B, it's definitely between Canada and Switzerland. And though Switzerland can prove me wrong here, I feel with home support and a generation that's gained valuable tournament experience, Canada will finish top. They had their welcome back appearance in 2022 and now it feels like time for the next step. Switzerland might not be flashy, but they are almost always organized, almost always difficult to beat, and almost always in the knockouts. So they are in the second place. I think Bosnia have enough quality to sneak some results and finish third. And Qatar, they are one of Asia's strongest sides, but this group feels a little too tough. I think they finish bottom. Brazil are not in the best of their form. Still, Brazil topping this group should be one of the safest predictions I'm making today. Scotland will fight, but I think Morocco have too much quality. They are not underdogs anymore. After becoming the first African nation to reach a World Cup semi-final in 2022, everyone knows exactly how dangerous they are. Scotland have enough fight to grab a third place, and Haiti will gain valuable experience, but they will finish fourth. Group D feels like one of those groups where nobody wants to finish second. Turkey are my dark horse here. They have got talent all over the pitch, and they are exactly the kind of team that nobody wants to face in a knockout game. The USA have the home advantage, momentum, and a generation that's finally entering its prime. Paraguay will make life miserable for everyone. They have built a reputation on being football's equivalent of stepping on a Lego brick. Australia always compete, but this group feels a step too far. Yes, I'm putting Turkey above the USA. That's one of my first big calls of the tournament. USA second, Paraguay third, and Australia fourth. I think Germany wins Group E comfortably. I'm not underestimating Ecuador or Ivory Coast. I have very high hopes for them. In fact, I think a few African nations are gonna surprise us this time. But Germany have way too much quality. Ivory Coast takes second for me. Okay, wait, I have changed my mind. I'm putting Ecuador second, and this is my bold prediction for this World Cup. I feel they have potential and they can go deep. Ivory Coast are dangerous as well and will definitely sneak through as one of the best third place sides. And Curaçao making the World Cup is already a massive achievement. I think they will gain very valuable experiences here. Every World Cup needs a group that's harder than it looks. This is that group. The Netherlands should come out on top. Japan are my pick for the second. And honestly, every tournament I underestimate Japan, they make me regret it. Sweden are good enough to grab third, and Tunisia finished fourth. Belgium's golden generation may be fading, but this group isn't exactly a nightmare. I still trust them to win this group. For second, I'm backing Egypt. Any team with Mo Salah automatically becomes a threat. And if Egypt can stay solid defensively, they should have enough to get through. Iran are competitive and organized. They will probably make somebody sweat, but I have them finishing third. And New Zealand finish fourth. Group H. This group has chaos written all over it. Spain are still Spain. Their style may have evolved over the years, but their ability to control games hasn't gone anywhere. Uruguay are my pick for the second. They have spent decades proving that population size means absolutely nothing in football. Saudi Arabia take third, and if anybody needs a reminder, they literally beat Argentina at the last World Cup. Cabo Verde finished fourth. France have the strongest team of all, on the paper at least. At this point, predicting against them feels irresponsible. They will top the group. The second spot here is literally the hardest to predict among all groups, but I think Senegal finished second. Again, I'm backing African nations to have a great World Cup this year, and they have been Africa's benchmark for years now. Norway, I'm sorry, they have the star power, but I have got them finishing third, and Iraq finished fourth. Now, the last three groups. Argentina arrive with one question hanging over the tournament. Can they do it again? After ending decades of waiting in 2022, they are no longer carrying that pressure. Back to back World Cups for Messi? Can it happen? The squad has enough quality to carry Messi all the way to a second World Cup winner's medal. And honestly, if that happened, would anybody really be surprised? For now, I have got Argentina topping the group. Austria takes second. They have quietly become one of Europe's most organized sides and could be one of the tournament's dark horses. Algeria finished third. They will be dangerous, but I don't think they will have enough. And that means Jordan finished fourth. Portugal have enough talent to make a second 11 that would probably still be pretty good. They should comfortably win this. The fight for second is fascinating. Colombia looks strong, experienced, and tournament ready. DR Congo could spring a surprise, but I think Colombia narrowly advanced. DR Congo finished third and could absolutely sneak through to the round of 32 as one of the best third place teams, which makes Uzbekistan finish fourth. And finally, Group L. England fans will tell you football's coming home. And they have been saying that since before some viewers of this video were born. But this time, the team is genuinely strong. Thomas Tuchel has already made a few controversial calls, so the pressure is on before a ball has even been kicked. But I think England will definitely finish first in this group. The second spot comes down to Croatia and Ghana. Croatia keep getting written off, and Croatia keep proving everyone wrong. Until further notice, I'm not betting against them. England first, Croatia second. Ghana finished third, and Panama finished fourth. And joining them as the best third place teams, Norway, Ivory Coast, Sweden, Scotland, Paraguay, Czechia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Saudi, and Ghana, 8. And just like that, 48 teams become 30. And yes, the path to Messi versus Ronaldo is still alive. Now the real World Cup begins. And now things get dangerous. One bad game, one bad decision, one bad penalty, and your World Cup is over. No second chances, no easy opponents from here on. Every prediction gets hard. In the round of 32, the first fixture at Boston Stadium on 29 June is Germany versus Scotland. Scotland have had a brilliant tournament, but this feels like where the journey ends. Germany go through. France against Paraguay. Paraguay will make life difficult for anybody. Unfortunately for them, France are not just anybody. France advance. At the Los Angeles Stadium on 28 June, Korea Republic against Switzerland. One of the toughest ties to call, but I'm backing Korea to edge it. At the Monterrey Stadium, Netherlands against Morocco. Two teams that know how to frustrate opponents. Morocco are a really good team, and I was hoping that they go deeper into the tournament, but I think the Dutch have just a little too much quality. Colombia against Croatia. This one feels like pure chaos, and honestly, that's why I'm picking Colombia. Spain against Austria. Spain survived. Turkey against Sweden. My dark horse run continues. Turkey are through. Belgium against Czechia. Not always convincing, but enough. Belgium advance. Brazil against Japan. This time I'm sticking with Brazil. Ecuador against Senegal. And here is one of my upsets. Ecuador knocked Senegal out. Mexico against Saudi Arabia. I think the home crowd carries Mexico through. The game is at Mexico City Stadium, and from Mexico City Stadium they go straight into the round of 16 where they will play again at the same stadium. England against Norway. Now this World Cup is really harsh for Norway. They had a tough group and again in the round of 32. I'm sorry, but England advance. Argentina against Uruguay. A South American heavyweight clash. That definitely can happen, but I think Argentina will survive. USA against Egypt. I think the hosts keep their dream alive. Canada against Ivory Coast. And here is another upset. Ivory Coast knock out the hosts. Portugal against Ghana. Ghana have the potential to break the Portuguese fans' heart, but maybe not this time. Portugal advanced to the round of 16. And now things get serious. Portugal against Ivory Coast. Portugal advance. Argentina against the USA. The hosts finally meet a giant, and the giant wins. Argentina advance. England against Mexico in the Mexico City Stadium on Sunday. One of the best atmospheres imaginable, but England will find a way. Brazil against Ecuador. One of Africa's best against football royalty. The royalty survives. Turkey against Belgium. My dark horse keeps galloping. Turkey are through. This would be a very tough match for Turkey, but I think Turkey will go through. Spain against Colombia. A really dangerous Colombian side, but Spain will go through. Netherlands against Korea Republic. Korea have already exceeded expectations, so the Dutch move on. France against Germany. How is this only a round of 16 game? Because the World Cup is cruel, and France will win it. This will be the best round of 16 game, I think. Quarterfinals. 8 teams remain. The margins are getting smaller. The pressure is getting heavier. And suddenly we have Argentina versus Portugal. Ronaldo versus Messi. One last time. And in my bracket, Portugal finally get the better of Argentina. England against Brazil. A fixture that feels too big for a quarterfinal. But England finally overcome their old demons. Turkey against Spain. The dream run ends. Spain advance. And the final quarterfinal game, France against Netherlands. Two genuine contenders, but I trust France. Now semi-finals. France, Spain, Portugal, and England. You told me these were the final four before the tournament started. I wouldn't argue. And honestly, this is where predictions stop being logic. At this stage, every team can win the tournament. Every team has world class players. and every team has weakness. Portugal against England. I could change my mind tomorrow, but today I'm picking Portugal. Spain against France. Another coin flip, another impossible choice. But Spain make it through. And that gives us the final on 19th July at the New York, New Jersey Stadium, Spain against Portugal. Neighbors, rivals, and 90 minutes to decide the World Cup. Maybe extra time, maybe penalties, and honestly, I think that's exactly where this ends. After everything these teams have been through, I can't separate them. So I'm going with penalties. And from 12 yards, my 2026 World Cup winners are Portugal. Maybe it's bias, maybe it's instinct. Maybe I'll completely change my mind after a few more friendlies. But today, Portugal are my pick to lift the World Cup. And if they do, it won't just be the greatest moment in Portuguese football history. It might be the greatest football story of the decade. For now, this is my bracket. Now I want to hear yours. Who wins the World Cup for you? And which prediction in this video is going to age the worst? Let me know in the comments. Because when the World Cup is over, we are coming back to this video. And either I'm going to look like a genius or this prediction is going to age horribly. We will find out soon enough. I'll see you when the tournament begins. Follow for more football content.